Okay, so welcome Instagram community. Um, Today we are going to begin our third practice of meditation together. So, pretty cool thing. I have a little meditation bowl here. So, in customary Zen practices, the meditation bell is rung at the beginning and the end of the session. So, we're going to start our meditation with ringing this nice gong right here. It's going to be a very low sound. And then this hopefully will be the continuation of our practices. So, I'll ring it at the start. So it will sound like this. Okay, perfect. And obviously, as I continue, get better at that. And then now we will begin our practice. So, if you've tuned in at all over the course of the past couple of videos, and if you haven't, you're more than welcome to follow the playback, which will be on the YouTube link at the bottom of my profile page. The first two videos, we focused primarily on the sensations in the nose. And the reason that we started our practice with focusing on the sensations in the nostrils is because the mind, and the way it works is the mind is continuously moving. So, to give the mind a still object to focus on, like the tips of the nostrils, is a really helpful practice. So, we're going to continue our practice that way again, except this time we're actually going to split up the amount of time that we focus on the direct sensation. So, we're going to start this time with focusing the attention on the tip of the nostrils. Then we're going to move to the entire nostrils about 5 to 10 minutes later. And then after that, we may begin to focus on the sensations below the nostril tips. So once again, this is a meditation technique that I found very helpful. There are many meditation techniques out there, and the idea is finding one that works best for your practice and sticking with it. So, just to start, you're going to take your attention, you're going to bring your attention to the tips of the nostrils. So, this is obviously after you've found your way into a comfortable seated position. It could be the pose that I'm in, which is called Virasana, hero's pose. It can also be a simple cross-legged pose. And then once you've found your way into that, you're going to close your eyes. And begin by taking your attention to the tips of the nostrils again. So we take the attention, we start at the tips of the nostrils. And you're just going to observe the sensations at the tips of the nostrils. Keep the attention in the tips of the nostrils. Don't worry about the speed of the breath or how much air is moving across the nostril tips. See if you can continue to take the attention back to this region. Maybe notice what type of sensation is arising in the nostril tips. Is it a warm sensation? Is it a cooling sensation? Any type of sensation that you may experience at the tips of the nostrils, just observe that. And these sensations, they may change. So once again, by bringing the attention to the tips of the nostrils, we have a very specific point that we're focusing our attention to. And this helps the mind to rest, to relax. If you feel that the mind is moving, if you feel your attention wants to move somewhere else in the body, see if you can keep focused for this duration of time, for this time that we're seated together, solely in the tips of the nostrils. And if you've been focusing your attention on this region, then you're doing very good. It's not an easy practice, but the more times that we do it, the easier it is for us to focus. Single-minded attention. Single-minded attention. And Now you can begin to incorporate the sensations in the rest of the nostrils, in the rest of the nostrils. Because this is a bigger region to work with, you may find it a little bit easier. You're more than welcome to stay in the tips of the nostrils, but if you need to, feel free to let the attention be throughout the entire region of the inner nose. And notice, just observe the sensations that arise in this region of the inner nose wall. If for whatever reason you feel that you're not able to focus on this region, see if you can let the breath become a little bit stronger, if you will. Let the inhale become a bit more pronounced, while the exhale to become a bit more pronounced. And see if you can focus on the region at the tips of the nostrils. It may feel different than something that you're used to, and this is good. Just noticing those sensations, observing the texture of the sensation, even if it's a sensation you're not comfortable with, observing it, recognizing it, and noticing if there's change that continues to arise within this region. The more that you are able to draw the attention back to this region, eventually you may find that the mind becomes very still, very peaceful. And if you find for whatever reason that thoughts are arising and it's difficult for you to keep your attention fixated on this region, see if you can add a little bit more pronounced movement of the breath. Deeper inhalation, deeper exhalation, just to observe the sensations in this region. This is the beginning of inwardness. In this yogic tradition, we take our attention from the outside in and we observe. We observe. And just simply notice what is arising without reacting. Keep the attention fixed, either in the tips of the nose or the entire inner nostril wall. And if you are continuing to focus on this region, you are doing a phenomenal job. And from here, we'll add on an additional element. So once again, these are just some of the many meditation techniques that are out there. For the remainder, you'll take your attention to the space below the nostril tips and above the upper lip. Just observe, like we did with the inner nose, the sensations that arise in this region for the remainder of the practice. Keep drawing the attention back to the region below the nostril tips, above the upper lip. It's a bit wider of a region, a bit more pronounced. You may notice the air moving across this region, or you may simply just notice the sensations that arise at the base of the nostril tips and above the upper lip, just in that region. If you're keeping the attention focused in the body, below the nostril tips, above the upper lip, you're doing a phenomenal job. This is the practice of bringing the mind to a point, to a single point. And as we come to a close of today's morning practice, the close will end similar to the way we began, with 3 very subtle rings of the bell, and then keep practicing as much or as little as you like. Thank you so much for your practice today and your continued practice. Also, I'd like to say, may all beings be happy. May all beings be happy. Namaste. Thank you.